Welcome to the final Lotus on Track of 2013. We're here at a very soggy Brands Hatch for the Lotus 6-hour race, the traditional season closer for the Lotus on Track Racing Club. 42 drivers entered, spread across 17 cars, what promises to be a race of endurance against conditions. The weekend getting off to a poignant start, with a minute's silence being held in memory of last year's pole sitter, Sean Edwards, who was tragically killed whilst instructing Australia a couple of weeks before the event. Sean, who led in the early stages of last year's race, lit up the paddock and is fondly remembered by the Lotus community. This then how they line up with, in pole position, the Track Club 3 entry, Sam Hancock starting. It's David Fenn who goes first in the Grove Green Motorsport car, and then we've got Steve Train who leads off in the number 1 Track Club 1 entry. Two classes as ever, the Supersport class and the Elise Trophy class, so essentially two races within one, and plenty of action to look forward to as the 6 hours unfold. So the pace car is into the pit lane. It's a rolling start, as unfortunately from the pit lane we're going to have Craig Demden and Jamie Stanley. They'll be joining at the rear of the field as Sam Hancock paces the field as the lights go green. Away we go here at Brands Hatch for the final time of the season, and it's Hancock who leads, with then Train jumping second position. David Fenn slips down into third as they plummet down through Paddock Hill Bend for the first time of asking. You can see the rain teeming down, treacherous conditions for these drivers. Fairly brisk November morning around Druids before heading back downhill to the left-hander of Graham Hill Bend. Already the 211s making good their early escape. And look at this in the Exige V6 Cup car. That is Jamie Orton, the bright orange number 71 machine. Orton probably not that used to racing with a roof at his head. He's mainly had his success in Caterhams. He's looking to make the move to third here, into Surtees, scything to the inside of David Fenn. Jamie Orton gaining the position, very strong entry that. Jamie sharing with the 2006 British Formula Ford champion Nathan Freak. So that is going to be worth watching as the race unfolds, as David Fenn slithers out wide. That gives the opening to Simon Deacon, who draws alongside and goes through. More used to seeing Simon with a 211. He's in Exige today. It's not slowing down. The 2013 Lotus Cup UK Supersport champion. He gains the position, moves up into fourth place. It's fallen apart rowdy racer. Sam Hancock though leading the way, trying to draw clear of Steve Train, but you can see the leading trio beginning to converge on each other, with Orton in particular fast starting. Then we've got Deacon and David Fenn. Fenn's got company just in behind him as well. And then it is Ken Savage who currently leads the production class runners, but being caught all the while though, Adam Gore and Martin Donnelly. Jamie Orton looking very, very strong in these early stages, up to second position, trying to reel in Sam Hancock. Hancock at the moment setting the pace in the 211, trying to draw clear, build an advantage. Of course, there's a long, long way to go. You can't win the race in the early stages. You can most certainly lose it. That's going to be the concern for all of them. David Fenn coming under pressure once more. It's Adam Bailon just in behind him. Indeed it is, in the number 15 car. Well, you always expect a quality assured drive from David Fenn, because that's very much his day job. At the moment he is doing exactly what he needs to do. He's got two arguably quicker drivers take over from him, son Rob, also Adam Wilcox, British GT star. So as long as David Fenn can keep out of trouble in contention in these early stages, I think we can anticipate the number 66 car to move up the order as the race progresses. Now though, as they head round the left-hander of Graham Hill Bend, good battle emerging here. David Fenn under pressure from Adam Bailon, sprinting along the Cooper Straight into Surtees. Already the mist from the hanging spray being picked up by these big Supersport cars becoming a little bit of an issue. On the brakes, down through the gears and into the right-hander at clearways. So have to be educated with the right foot here to avoid slithering out wide, and that's what happens to David Fenn. And this is Adam Bailon's opportunity as he draws alongside down the Bramble Straight. But Bailon is going to gain the place here as they break the timing beam, reel off another lap, and get on the brakes at Paddock Hill Bend. While though, battle for the lead still trying to converge upon itself. Sam Hancock leads the way, being pursued all the while though by Jamie Orton, but you can see this leading group of cars on the way back to a very fast starting Jamie Stanley. And then we've got Campbell Castee in the Sean Edwards tribute livery car. course, it was Sean who raced with Campbell Castee and Chris Rantham last year's 6-hour event, and then we've now got Adam Gore beginning to emerge ahead of the production class. This is the fight for second in the production class. It's Martin Donnelly and the Martins Angels team, 2 female co-drivers for Donnelly, which I'm sure will be a disappointment for him, in the form of Charlotte Burridge and Gisela Getvel. Through Surtees and Donnelly, though, good battle with Ken Savage. Donnelly knows the Brands Hatch Indy circuit very well from his Formula Ford 2000 days. Knows all the tricks of the trade as well, as the track conditions increasingly worsening here. Donnelly pulling clear of Ken Savage. Now some of the front runners getting in amongst the traffic just a little bit. Dave Carr going a lap down to Simon Deacon, with David Fenn closing back in. Then we've got Adam Bailon as well. Jamie Stanley not too far back either in the bright orange Fox Motorsport car. This is the sort of drive we'd expect to see from David Fenn. He's a very consistent performer. He's letting the conditions come to him. Now he's got the heat in the tyres, beginning to put the pressure back onto Simon Deacon as they pick their way through some of the traffic. Craig Denman, their next target. Craig's an experienced driver, he's not going to get in the way, or is he? This is the opening for David Fenn, who dives to the inside of Simon Deacon through Graham Hill Bend. They go either side of Craig Denman. Recreation, really, of the 2000 Belgian Grand Prix. Ricardo Zonta was sandwiched by Michael Schumacher and Mecca Hakkinen, and it's the same result, which is the drive behind. In this case, David Fenn, who gains the position as they now attempt to pick their way around more traffic. That is Yuji Shinohara, the Japanese driver. He's raced here previously in a Mosler. And it's also enabling Jamie Stanley, the bright orange car. You really can't miss him to close in on this group as well as they sprint along the Bramble Straight. Into Paddock Hill Bend. A while though, Jamie Orton beginning to ease into an advantage here. He's dispensed with Sam Hancock and is now scything through the traffic. Well, we saw earlier in the season the ZHV6 Cup R cars working so well here in the Lotus Cup Europe races, as into the pit lane goes Steve Train. So problems for the first track club entry. Let's see what Tom Chataway's got to say about it.
You have to do it a longer stint now, you're right there.
I think Coyle causing a lack of power. Come in, got it going, but unfortunately I think we dropped about 6 or 7 laps, so you have to get out there and try a bit harder, haven't he? So I think the problem's solved, everything's okay now, the car should be fine. It's happened early in the race, it's a long race, so we just got to hope we can claw some laps back.
Another early visit to the pits, this time Campbell Castee.
We've had a good first run. Rich is in the car now, and keep it on the black stuff, wait for the 211s to break down. That's our plan.
Rich Bennett back into the race. Into the pits comes Martin Donnelly. He will hand over to Charlotte Burridge. This is one of the 2 car entries, so the Silver 49 car becomes the bright yellow car, now in the hands of Burridge, who's about to join the action as a pirouette. Ex-Team Druids for Steve Train. More disappointment then for the track club for 1 entry. And Steve Train frustrated as we take a look at the stands after 1 hour. So it's track club 3, lead the way from track club 4. Fox Motorsport. Charlotte Burridge now gets the thumbs up and joins the action. As into the pits comes the race leader, Sam Hancock, making sure he gets himself down to the pit lane speed limit. He's going to peel into the garage here, I suspect. That's to keep the mechanics dry rather than any mechanical issue. So Hancock about to hand over to Michael Claessens.
I just feel really sorry for Michael, because this is his second ever race in anything ever, and he's in the rain in the brand 6 hours, being given the lead of the race. So I've just said to him, don't worry about position, don't worry about the race, the result, just go out and have some fun, find your feet and be comfortable, because we're really here for him.
So down the pit lane and into the race in the track group 3 entry goes Michael Claessens. That car right at the sharp end of the field. We are about to head for a short break, so we'll take a quick check at the standings after 90 minutes. There's still a long way to go, an awful lot to race for at Brands Hatch in the Lotus 6 hours.